Alright, good morning. How's the sound? But by the way, ooh, is there an echo? Because I can hear an echo. Hold on. Let me adjust my settings a little bit. Can you hear me now? Okay, good. So, huh? It must be my sound setting, but there's an echo though. Hold on. Okay, how's the sound? Good? Okay, alright. Oh my gosh. Having trouble with this every single time. A little echo? Oh, okay. Aw. Hmm. I could have sworn I changed the settings so it doesn't echo, but I guess that didn't work out. Uh, okay. Okay. You know what? For today, I'll just go ahead and use Streamlabs, and next time I'm going to use OBS instead because I think I have better luck with that software compared to Streamlabs. Okay, all right. So if everyone's ready, I think I'll get started. So yeah, so welcome everyone to my first live stream, my first time doing this. So I really hope everything goes well. By the way, so how many people actually have read the novel? I either started or like somewhere in the middle. Hello. Oh, you haven't? Okay. Actually, I read to like chapter 40 something, and I've been stuck on chapter 48 since forever. So I feel like the only way for me to ever finish this novel will have to be stream. So that's why we're here. So yeah, welcome everyone. Chapter 90. Wow. Okay, I'm a slow reader. I think so some of you guys are from Discord, and yeah, I've mentioned several times that I am a slow reader, and I'm not kidding when I say that. All right, so let's get started then. So for the um, so I so the people that haven't started the novel yet, I'm going to go from the start. And for the first couple of chapters, I think I'm just going to go ahead and use Snowy's translations because it's just more consistent than going from the first 33 and then switch. Okay. Oh my god, just this echo. Alright. So chapter one. By the way, do I need to zoom in? Can everyone see? Because it looks very small to me. Oh, you are the readers. You guys are very fast readers. It's either that or I'm just super slow. Okay. Maybe okay. You know what? Let me actually zoom in. Okay. Ah. Okay. Too much. It's just second read through already. Jeez. And I'm still trying to work through my first one. Okay, so let's get started then. So first chapter, chapter one. This story tells us to take a walk and you will find a surprise. Okay. Half Step Peak, as its name suggested, had only a few square inches of space for one to stand, such that just half a step forward would bring you to the edge of a cliff thousands of meters high. And we're already at the beginning of the cliff already. On top of it, queer rocks towered aloft and odd trees grew valley, while below it fogs and mist bellowed boundlessly. The image of a screaming god or standing ghost would not be bizarre compared to this jagged and perilous scenery. Even the sky and earth seemed unable to touch each other here. Oh, you just finished Peerless? That's another one I want to get to someday. Um, Across from this was another peak called Regret Peak, which was no less cloud piercing and precipitous than Half Step Peak. Its ridge rose hundreds of meters high vertically, as if it had been sliced with a knife and left seemingly no space for one to set their feet on. Although there was still some greenery, all was rooted shallowly on the stones, without any dirt to cover their roots, making anyone who dared take a glance tremble and regret climbing to the top of the peak. This was exactly where the Regret Inn's name came from. Between the two peaks was a natural barrier. Looking down from the top of it, the sea of clouds seemed stagnant, making it impossible to tell the depth of the crevice. Vaguely, one could hear the sound of water from a river flowing endlessly in a powerful momentum like that of a thirsty tiger or a running lion. Even ordinary woodsmen and hunters dare not look it. Not wait, dare not climb it. If a I think it's Shantian expert was ever to stand there, he too would be moved by the insignificance of man's will compared with that of the heavens. And if you guys want to know what Shantian is, let's see what the definition is. Yes, it's Shantian or Hotian. Wait, hold on, what? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember chapters on 85 and 85, 86. No, I mean, yeah, I remember seeing that. Thank you. Okay, so sentient means was the word sentient is the name of the two cultivation stages which appeared in I mean, if you know Wuxia, then this is probably a very common term, so you should a lot of you might know this already. Yeah, so so 后天 precedes 先天, as the name actually suggests. So yeah, 后天 can mean posterior heaven or post celestial, and 先天 mean anterior. So basically, what the name, what the words actually translates to. Okay. Wow. I'm so sorry, guys. If I sound nervous, I'm really sorry. Since I will try to improve next time. Okay. Ooh, okay. One thing I don't like about reading notes is that it's hard to find where your last place is. So we might do that afterwards, actually. So I might just go through one chapter and we can take a look at the notes after. Okay. Yet, hold on. Scroll down just a little bit. Yet down below the clouds and haze, at the bottom of the cliff and between the river and the mountainsides, lay a narrow and rugged stone path paved with strange-shaped rocks. At that moment, two people were walking on it, one following the other. Oh, thank you. And oh gosh, I really wish I had Ku's personality because he is great. Like I don't know how he does it. I'm trying to come up with witty comments to say, and most of the time they don't seem to work. Okay, the turbulent river surged onwards, with its waves occasionally curling up and smashing themselves onto the wet and slippery rocks. It was easy for the ones who walked along the path to become soaked, if not by falling into the river, then from the forcefully splashing waves of it at least. But if one tried to lean into the cliff, they would end up hitting the sharp, rugged rocks on the surface of the tilting, right? Yeah, tilting steep stone walls. In such a difficult situation, anyone would be stuck like a drowned mouse. It was utterly impossible to remain carefree and graceful whilst strolling leisurely as though one was pacing in a courtyard, like the two people right here. So I know you do what they were walking on top of the waterfall, right? So it sounds like in the novel they were actually walking right alongside it, right? Okay, hold on. It was said that 20 years ago, the Taoist master Qi of Mount Xuandu defeated Hulagu, the number one expert in Tujue. And also, if anyone that have watched the show, they changed that to Bei Beimu in the Denhua. I think it's due to I think it's either censorship reasons or it's like they want to avoid using like real historical names. I think it's just to avoid um I think it's to avoid people feeling offended. Is kind of I think that's how I understood the situation where they have to change real historical names. Okay, and now, oh gosh, I should interrupt my reading because now it sounds so weird picking up mid sentence. Okay, anyway, so right here on top of Half Step Peak, it forced him to swear not to enter the Central Plains. And of course, a lot of you should know Central Plains or Zhongyuan is what they called China back then. Um, so not to enter the Central Plains again for the next 20 years. It was a pity that I was too young to witness the fight back then, though I imagine its brilliance must have been unequaled. Wait, who's talking again? Because I wonder if I used the right voice. The young man. Oh, the young man. So that's Yu Sheng Yan, right? The young man who had spoken was the one followed behind. Their pace was moderate, yet they remained 3 steps apart from each other. Oh yeah, and also by the way, in terms of names, I would try to pronounce them as accurate as possible. Sometimes with pinyin, if there's no tone, I may or may not know the exact pronunciation, so everything is based on my how they were pronouncing it in Donghua or in the audio drama. But I can't guarantee that I will remember how they were pronounced. So yeah, so I would try my best. The young man who had spoken was the one. Hold on, I already read that. The man in front took small steps, appearing to be at such ease that it truly seemed as though he was walking on flat ground. The young man behind had slightly larger steps, though he was also as graceful as an immortal when seen alone. It was not difficult to distinguish the minute difference if one was to compare them together. Hi, Christine. Okay. Yeah, we should snared. Considering all that was under the heavens, Chifunga in those years truly deserved to be called number one, and I cannot do his voice. I'm sorry if I don't change my words according to the characters. Hulugu, who was just an uncivilized barbarian, had only himself to blame, as it was his overconfidence that brought shame unto himself. It was just that Chifunga had held on too tightly to the aloofness of the Taoist sect, and refused to deliver killing blows to him, insisting on making some 20-year covenant instead, besides planting the seed of future troubles for Mount Shandu. In what way were they helpful? Yeah, his voice is very deep, so like I can't go that low. And also, I would try to maybe voice act a little bit. I mean, I don't know how well it's gonna go. It might not work at all. So I may try to voice act a little bit according to who's actually speaking. Okay. You hold on. This name. You you Yu Shenyan, I think, and asked curiously, Master, how? Oh wait, hold on. Master, Hulugu's martial skills really that good? If I were to fight him right now, there would still be no certainty of my victory. Okay, I'll try to do it a little bit lower, but yeah, like I said, Yaoshi, I mean, his voice is hard to do. Is he really that strong? Yu Shenyan's expression turned fearful. He knew exactly how strong and unfathomable his master's martial skills were. Since Hulagu received a comment like this from Yaoshi, his level must have been just as dreadful. Perhaps he could even make it into the top 3 under the heavens. And I forgot how different the novel is from the Donghua because this is like mostly usually. Your guinea pigs. Yamash's voice sounded indifferent. Otherwise, how would I say that Chifunga had left his generations? Oh wait, this is Yamash's voice, so I should make it deeper. I mean, okay, here we go. Otherwise, why? Never mind, it's not working out. Otherwise, why should I say that Chifunga had left his generations of disciples in endless troubles? It was true that 20 years ago, Hulagu was slightly inferior compared to Chifunga, but this gap was not something impossible to make up within 2 decades. Now that Chifunga is dead, Mount Shentu can never find a second Chifunga. Yeah. And honestly, I think Chifunga is he pretty much the only person like in this entire story that Yamushi actually respects? Because I think we had that discussion on one of the Discord servers that he respected women, but okay, yeah, that's a spoiler, so never mind. I'm not gonna continue that thought, but yeah, it was really funny with how he interacts with woman sometimes. So yeah, I think the only person that that Yang should respect is probably Chief Good. I mean, even Shintel, he just didn't care at the beginning. Eugenia let out a soft sigh. That's right, Dao's Master Chi ascended to the heavens 5 years ago. Ascended to the heavens, that's a nice way of saying that he died. Who's the sect leader of Mount Shendu now? It's a disciple of. Oh, wait, hold on, that's Yoshi. It's a disciple of Chief Ogun named Shincho. Yoshi barely showed any reaction to the name. He had met Chief Ogun only once, and that was 25 years ago. At that time, Shincho had just been accepted by Chief Ogun as his personal disciple. Um, oh yeah, and speaking this, I think there's one actually in the traditional version where they actually explain how Chifunga met Shintel and Yamushu was in it too. I didn't read the whole chapter, so I don't know the exact details. But there's one um, extra, like one special exclusive extra. Even though Mount Shendu was called the number one Tao sect under the heavens, in the eyes of Yang Wushi, who had just come out from a 10-year closed-door meditation, besides Qifeng there was no one in Mount Shendu that was worthy enough to be his match. Yeah, of course, Yang Wushi, I mean, that's pretty much him. But Qifeng was already dead. Yes. Um, Wait, why am I saying yes? Uh, Seeing his master not showing much interest, Yu Xinyan continued. I've heard that Hulugu's disciple, Quenya, the, how do you say that? Tur- Turkey? King of the left, had also, and also the number one expert in Tuzhou nowadays, had challenged Shintel for a duel today on top of Half Step Peak, claiming it as revenge for the humiliation back then. Would Master be interested in going for a look? Mm. Yaoshi did not bother to reply, but instead asked, during the 10 years while I was in meditation, was there any other major event besides Chifunga's death? Eugene thought for a moment. Not long after you entered meditation, Go Galway, I think. I'm not familiar with this name, so I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. So I'm going to go with Galway. Galway ascended to, I mean, Galway ascended the throne as the new emperor of Qi. But he is a man wallowing in sensual pleasures and indulges in high living. So over the past 10 years, the national power of Qi has declined drastically. There are rumors that, oh gosh, this name, Yue Yung, the Emperor of Zhou, is planning on attacking Qi. I'm afraid that the northern area will soon fall into the lands of Zhou. Oh, Zhou. Okay. And also, for anyone that's wondering, the novel sets in the northern thousand dynasty, or I think, or at least towards the end. Um, I'm not a history expert, so I can't really comment too much on what actually happened. But I know for sure that this time period was extremely chaotic. There were a lot of wars. There were a lot of fighting within within the country in it itself, and also from foreign invasions. And that's how I understood it. And as far as Tuja goes, I've been confused with this race for the longest time. I think people have mentioned that they're the Turks, that these are the Turks or the Mongols. And if you know Chinese novels of any historical novels, the grassland nomads, or I mean, I think people commonly call them Mongols. They are very common, so they're very prevalent. So they seem to be the antagonist in a lot historical Chinese novels. So yeah, if you are new to this genre or to I guess to Chinese novels in general, yeah, just be prepared. A lot of antagonists from people in the north. After Chifunger's death, the rankings of the wait, who's speaking again? After Chifunger's death, the rankings of the top 10 experts have also changed. Among them, Yi, oh gosh, Yi Bichen. Gosh, I don't know the characters. I don't know if I'm saying any of the names right correctly at all. Yi Bichen of the Train, I think Treyon Dao's Temple of Mount Qinchen, Qinchen, yeah. The master Xueting, okay, fine a name I know. Xueting of Zhou and master in charge Ruyan Kehui of the Linchuan Institute are generally acknowledged as the top three, and the three of them happens to represent the three schools of Taoism, Buddhism and Confucianism. Oh wow! Oh my gosh, these names! The names are gonna kill me one of these days. But some say that sage. Oh my gosh, what? But some say that sage Zhu of Tuyahan. Okay, so I'm so sorry guys for butchering the names. I really don't know how to say them at all. Should also be one of the top three. Hulugu as well. If he has advanced further in skills over the past 20 years, then when he re-enters the Central Plains this time, it might not be impossible for him to even strive for the position of number one. Seeing that his master was still moving forward without responding, Yu Xinyan further persuaded. Master, Queen Ye has challenged Xinqiao to a duel today. Presumably a splendid fight had wait, hold on. Presumably a splendid fight hard to come by. Xinqiao as a person lives a very secluded life. Ever since he took charge of the Purple Mansion of Xuandu, he engages even less in fights with others, simply because of his master Chifunger's illustrious reputation. He is also ranked within the top 10 experts. If Master wants to take a look at the actual strength of Mount Xuandu, the fight today is definitely something we don't want to miss. I'm afraid that at this moment, the summit of the Great Peak is already packed with experts who have come to watch it. And it's really funny that I think this is also, I may be wrong, but this is, I kind of want to say this is very common in wuxia that people just love to watch fights. So yeah, so a lot of martial experts would gather together to watch like a fighting competition. And by the way, for Purple Mansion, is that the name of the sect or the residence for the sect leader? Because I've always been unsure of what the Purple Mansion is. Hold on. Okay, do you think the reason that I came here today was to watch the fight? And that's Yan Wushi speaking in English. Yan Wushi finally stopped. Yu Xinyan was a bit nervous. The master plan is he was only 7 years old when Yan Wushi took him as his disciple. 3 years later, Yan Wushi was defeated in the battle against the Grand Master of the demonic sect. I'm sorry, the Grand Master of the demonic sect. That just sounds like Moton to me. um. Okay, CUIs. Cui, right? The second leader, yeah, that's what I thought too. I thought the purple mansion was the second leaders of residence. Okay, Cui Yu Wang, I think. Cui Yu Wang. Oh gosh, I butchered the name. I will find out how to pronounce it for next time. Uh, yeah. By the way, does anyone know how to read pinyin? An entered closed door meditation while wounded, a meditation that had lasted 10 years. I think I just read that sentence completely wrong, so I was like confused. Wait, what? Yeah. That was that was that's the sect leader for what was it again? I'm not sect leader. That's the master Sun Jinxin's master, right? Yeah, I think Cui Yuan is Sun Jinxin's master whom Yang Wushi lost to, and that's why he was wounded in the 10-year closed door meditation. In those 10 years, Yu Shenyan had continued to practice as Yan Wushi had instructed and also traveled to many places. Um, you know what? I'm pretty impressed that this sect, like Huan Yue sect, is able to operate for 10 years without their master. Like, I don't know how they do it because Yu Shenyan, I don't remember how old he is, but he's pretty young. He's one of the younger disciples. And of course, there's Benjamin, who's actually who's a little bit older. His progress, his progress was far beyond what it had been, as he was already among the first-rate experts since long ago. However, it had been 10 years since they had last seen each other. Naturally, there were some gaps and unfamiliarity between them. Moreover, as the martial state of Yangushi became deeper and more profound, the awe in Yu Xinyan's heart became greater as well. Even his usual casualness in front of others had turned into a sort of careful caution in front of his master. Must be super organized? Yeah, seriously. Wait, hold on. And also, I'm just wondering how many people are actually in the sect. I know Yang has two main disciples. Um, is there anyone else in the sect? Benjamin saves the day. Yes, he does. And of course, they had the one person who is actually does most of the organizing is cut from Daisha Dohua. So like, can't believe they did that. They did mention his name in the trivia episode though, and he's like I think in one episode he was the director. So like yeah, and that's why we don't see him because he's the director. He's behind the camera. With his hands clasped behind his back, Yan Wushi said with a plain voice, "I saw the duel between Chifunge and Hulugu many years ago. Okay, I do not voice act. Sorry, never mind. You know what? I do not voice act. I saw the duel between Chifunge and Hulugu many years ago. Both Chinchou and Queen Ye are the disciples, but still young. No matter how skillful they are, it's impossible that their fight would surpass the spectacle of the fight between Qi and Hu. Um, I brought you here because with the rapid flow of water and its arduous landscape, this place connects upwards to the shadows of the heavens and downwards to the spirit of the earth. The earth. Wait, hold on. I'm reading that wrong. I brought you here because with the rapid flow of water and its arduous landscape, this place connects upwards to the shadows of the heavens and downwards to the spirit of the earth, an optimum place for practicing and comprehending martial arts. When I was in meditation, I didn't have time to take care of you. Now that I have come out, I can no longer let you linger in your current progress without any breakthroughs. Until you can comprehend and reach the fifth stage of the fundamental records of Phoenix Qilin, you shall remain here. Mm, that's an interesting way to train your disciple. Eugenian suddenly felt a bit wronged. Over the past 10 years, even throughout his travels, he had never missed even one day of practice. Now he was barely 20. Oh, he's barely 20, okay. Yet he had already reached the fourth stage of fundamental records of Phoenix helium, and it was acknowledged among the best of the younger generation. He was quite satisfied with himself, but after his master's words, it seemed like he had accomplished nothing of merit. Well, then again, this is James we're talking about. Has he ever committed anyone? Like, has he ever spoken like words of praise to anyone at all? As if he was aware of Yuxinyan's feelings, a sarcastic smile appeared on Yan Wushi's face as he curled up the corner of his mouth. By the time I had reached your age, I had already attained the sixth stage. What is it that you are so proud of? Rather than competing with those little fishes and shrimps, why don't you compete against me? Hmm. Some some grizzle was scattered among his sideburns, but that didn't in no way reduce his charms. In fact, the traces of that faint smile made it even harder to take one's eyes off. Okay, wow. In fact, the traces of that faint smile made it even harder to take one's eyes off his handsome appearance. Yeah. Wait, you know she has sideburns? Oh, okay. Okay, I mean, we all know that the don't just make him look younger, just to make him look even more attractive than he already is, probably in the novel. Because we all know he's like what he's late 40s, maybe close to 50. He does not look his age at all. I mean, they are martial artists, so they probably have found ways to either stop their aging or slow the progression of the aging. Let's say that. But yeah, I was surprised about the sideburns. I was not expecting that at all. Like I did not expect the um, description. The white robe rustled in the gale, but the person in it remained unshakable. Just standing there with his hands clasped behind his back, an invisible aura of deterrence formed with such arrogance as though he was looking down from the top of the world, challenging anyone who entered. Yes. And this is our classic arrogant Yaoshi look. In that moment, Yuxinyan stood across him and felt a sense of suffocation that compelled him to take a few steps backward. In profound reverence and fear, he said, Master, Master possesses heavenly talents. How dare I, your disciple, compete against you? Greet me with your most powerful moves. I want to see your progress during these years. Yes, that's how Yamushi, the arrogant, fearless gremlin Yamushi. Ever since his master's meditation, Yu Xinyan had never tested his martial skill. Thus, he was slightly hesitant after hearing the challenge, but at the same time itching to try. However, the hesitation vanished as soon as he saw the hint of impatience that flashed across Yangwu's face. Then please excuse our disciple for his rudeness. Before his voice could fade, his body had already moved in accordance with his mind, and the sleeves of his robe flew up in the air. Without much movement, he was already close enough to Yangwu. Yuxinyan, Yuxinyan raised his sleeve and attacked with his palm. In the eyes of others, his move was not in the least powerful, much like picking up a flower on a spring day or swiping away dust on a summer night. Its lightness was almost otherworldly. Ah, okay, I see what they mean. Okay, I thought she meant that his moves were weak, but no, it's just like it appears that his moves appear to be weak to others, but they're actually powerful. And what I love about Moshishi that her description of all the fight scenes are just very detailed. Like she did such a good job with describing the fights. And I know that's not easy to write because I tried to write fiction in the past. Like I can do like a normal I can do I can probably do relationships, but yeah, fighting is difficult. Like it's hard. It's a talent to write fights. Only those close to it were able to feel that. Well, hold on, I'm reading that wrong again. Only those close to it were able to feel that as his palm was striking out. All the plants within a meter shook and the river started to backflow, its waves tempestuous and foam flying in a flow of air that surged up with a roar and rushed towards the ocean. Don't screw upwards. However, this flow with its momentum that could stop the rivers or even turn the tide of the sea split and run off to either side as it reached the ocean, as if it were blocked by an invisible screen. He was still standing there. His posture had not changed even a bit. As Yuxinyan's palm approached his eyes, he simply struck out with a finger. Oh, with the finger. Oh my god, all the fingerings. One finger only, and nothing more. This single finger literally stopped Yuxinyan's offensive in mid-air. And while he was able to stop his disciples with one finger, so you can already tell how powerful Yaoshi is, and probably why he's arrogant and he sees most people as insignificant nobodies, because in his eyes, people are below him. Yuxinyan felt that the entire airstream surrounding the palm he had just thrown out was turning back towards him. The counter-charge reflux that blasted back at his face was several times more powerful than he had created just now. Astonished, he used the power of the flow to assist his feet in hurried retreat. one finger to rule them all. Yes. So when I have one ring to rule them all, we have one finger to rule them all. Let's see, where am I? This retreat carried him back more than 10 steps until he finally stabilized himself on one of the stones. He was still palpitating with fear. Thanks, Master, for your mercy. There were few people in the pugilistic world. Oh god, that is so weird to see. I think I'm just going to call it Jianghu instead because I'm just more familiar with that term. Yes, all he needs, yeah. All he needs is his fingering. There were people in the Jianghu that could withstand this palm strike of his. Yu Xinyan had been quite complacent with it prior to this. Oh, there were few people in. Okay, never mind. Okay. But Yan Wushi, with only one finger, was able to force him to withdraw the palm in self-defense. I'm still trying to picture that fight, honestly, with one finger, how he was able to stop Yu Xinyan. I'm still trying to visualize that. Fortunately, Master was only testing my progress and did not push the advantage with further attacks. If it had been an enemy, Oh yeah, that's right. Because in the final episode, he pushed that guy back with one finger, didn't he? And that was after he had lost the majority of his power in his chi, and that guy was just so that guy was so scared that he actually stepped back. It was like so hilarious. Oh, that was a good episode though. Okay, hold on. Okay, considering this point, Yu Xinyan was covered in cold sweat as he panicked and dared not walk on air anymore. Knowing that he had already attained his objective, Yan Wushi did not intend to say more. Don't waste your superb talents, In a few days, I will leave for Tujue for some time. After you reach the fifth stage here, if there is nothing else to do, you can go find your senior martial brother. Don't spend too much time loitering outside. Eugenia replied most respectfully, yes. Yan Wushi continued, this place views are crafted by nature and is seldom visited. I wish to take a tour around, so there's no need for you to. Before he finished, a rattling sound came from not far above them. They looked in the direction of the sound and saw someone, as if he had been thrown from above, breaking layers of branches and hitting the bottom of the cliff. Even Eugenia could not hold back an ouch after hearing the muffled sound of the landing. And and again, how the heck is okay? I'm assuming that this is Chantel falling down. How the heck did he not like? How did he not pancake? How did he not turn into a pancake from falling from the height? Oh my god, because he would be dead if he were a normal mortal being. And actually, I'm actually a little surprised because Moshisha has never actually described the fight between Xinqiao and Queen Yu. I think in the audio drama, like you do hear his fight a little bit, and of course in the drama you see the action on the bridge, which is also it's just so well done. It was such a cool fight between Xinqiao and Queen Yu, and how he went right through the bridge. But yeah, I don't think Moshisha has ever described the actual fight in the novel at all. So it pretty much starts with Yan Wushi and Yu Xinyan. Oh, even okay, even if he hit some trees, would that break his fall though? Because I feel like he was still like he was still turn to a pancake once he fall on until like when he falls though, right? Okay, you know what? I think I'm just thinking too much into this, so you know what? Never mind. Let us pretend that since this is a wish job, anything is possible. Falling from such a high peak, even for a sentient master, would still be hard to survive. Yeah. Okay, never mind. They pretty much said it already. Not to mention that this person definitely did not fall without reason. It must be because he had been severely wounded. Master, he looked at Yan Wushi for instructions. Go take a look, said Yan Wushi. His down robe was torn in many places, likely by branches and jags while he was falling. With the bloodstains and fresh blood crisscrossing his torn flesh, it was even harder to recognize his original appearance. The person had already passed out and was unconscious, unable to even hold on to his sword. As he hit the ground, his sword followed after and fell not far from him. I'm afraid that a number of his bones were broken. Yushin examined the fallen man for a while, with his eyebrows wrinkled and expressed in his. Okay, hold on. Yushin examined the fallen man for a while, with his eyebrows wrinkled and expressed his sympathy with some clicks of his tongue. Who has a long sentence without comma? He took his pause, then felt there was still a slim chance of survival. The clip. Yeah, of course, we all know that from Daniel you just don't ever fall off a cliff. But for a person like this one, even if his life could be saved, the result might not be much more pleasant than death to him. Yushiye was a disciple of the demonic sect after all. In spite of him being still young, the amount of kindness he had was quite limited. Therefore, even though he had the great healing pills on him at the time, he showed no intention of using it on the person. But Master, today is the date of the duel. Oh wait, huh? Master, Today is the date of the duel between Xinqiang and Queen Yan. This person fell down from above. Could it be? Yan Wushi came over. Instead of looking at the man, he picked up his sword first. He wasn't even looking at Xinqiang. Its blade was cold like the autumn water, without the least bit of damage, and the reflection of the rivers and the mist on it made it appear as if the blade itself was rippling. Near the handle of the sword were 4 seal characters, and they're the special special Asian characters used for special occasions, I think. Okay, hold on. Yu Xinyan came closer for a look, then let out a shout in surprise. Grieving Celestial, or as we all know, Shenhe Tongbei sword. This sword belongs to the sect leader of the Purple Mansion of Xuandu, as he is indeed Xinqiao. Staring at Xinqiao, who was seriously wounded to the point of dying, he felt it almost incredible. Qifengge was the strongest martial artist. How come Xinqiao, his personal disciple, his personal disciple, as well as the sect leader of Mount Xuandu, was defeated so completely? Well, we all know why. Yu Xinyan squatted in front of Xinqiao and his eyebrows furrowed. Could it be that Queen Ye's martial skills have reached a point where he was even surpassed his master? Hold on. Could it be that Queen Ye's martial skills have reached a point where he has even surpassed his master Hulugu? If any other person from Mount Xuandu had fallen, Yan Wushi would take no interest, or even give them another glance. But Xinqiao, who was the sect leader after all, was indeed special. He threw the grieving celestial sword to Yu Xinyan, then stared at Xinqiao's unrecognizable cuteness for a moment. Suddenly, a meaningful smile appeared on his face. Give her a great healing pill to take for now. Ha! Oh my gosh, Yan Wushi and his malicious plans. And of course, we all know why he saved Xinqiao. And I wonder, at this point, has he fallen for Xinqiao, or is he doing it for his own malicious amusement? I feel like he's doing it for his own amusement, and he just hasn't. Like they don't have any feelings for each other at this point. Okay. Do you guys want to read the notes, or should I continue to the next chapter? Okay, true to a nomadic confederation of the Turkic people, yeah. The Kupchaks? Not yet. Yeah, I figured not. Yeah, and of course this is Yan Wushi trying to be this is Yan Wushi being Yan Wushi. He's saving Xinqiao for his own purposes. Okay, I think I'm going to read one more chapter for today, and that will probably end the stream because I think my voice is breaking, so I can't read for too long. Alright, and if people are ready for the next chapter, let me know in the comments if you're ready for the next chapter. Oh, you didn't know the rest. I think I'll just glance through the notes, and if there's anything that we should read, then I would definitely take time to read the more important notes. Ascend to the heavens, yeah, it's a more polite term for that. Click on the number next. Yeah. Wait, does this actually bring me to the top? Oh, it does. Okay. I was scrolling up to the top and like a dumb idiot. Okay, now that worked. That's a little bit better. Yeah. Click? Yeah, Click. Oh, wait, speaking of Click, why did that? Okay, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but yeah, that final episode. I have something to say about it, but not right now, and probably not during this stream. Oh yeah, yeah. I just realized I could just do this and not lose my place. Okay. Closed door meditation, yeah, closed door. I think we all know what closed door meditation is. Training in seclusion, yeah. Is it closed door meditation or secluded meditation? Because I think I've seen both terms before. Yeah, no, I agree. No spoilers. And yeah, this is a read through stream, so I won't be talking about anything else. And also, how do you guys say this? I've been calling it tucci, and I know that that's not correct. Can I? Oh, wrong browser. I was hoping to see the actual pinging for it. Okay, maybe next time I will figure out how to say it correctly. Yeah. Also, do you guys prefer like using the the Dunhua term, like, so for the sex, for the different sects, I know that Snowy actually translated all the sect names. So instead of Huan Yue Zhong, I think she translated as Cleansing Moon sect. So do you guys prefer if I use if I read exactly what's written, or what's it called, or use the Donghua term? I could Google Translate, yeah. No translations? Okay, yeah, sure. That works. Okay, so next chapter. By the way, how's everyone? Everyone's wow. So how's everyone doing so far? Oh my gosh, some of these chapter names. Chapter 2, not an idiot but a blind man. Okay. There was no way that Yan Wushi would carry a wounded, dying man on his back, despite that man being the leader. Despite that man being the leader of Mount Xuandu and police school. A disciple was at hand to do the wait. A disciple was at hand to do the hard jobs. Thus, the task fell to Yu Xinyan. The cleansing moon sect had a spare mansion in Funing district near Half-Step Peak. It was not easy to walk with someone like Xinqiao on one's back, since almost all of his bones had been broken. Especially one had to also bear in mind the power they were exerting to make sure that Xinqiao's condition would not be worsened by it. Although Yuxinyan's landing skills and footwork were top-notch, it still took him almost 2 hours to reach the mansion. Is that Cruz emote? Yes, I think it's Cruz Swarm Brothers emote. Swarm Brothers. Oh wait, Yuxinian is one carrying Shincho, right? uh, Yan Wuxi had gone on ahead of him. At the moment, he was already having tea at ease. Of course he is. Master, are you really saving Xinqiao? After setting down the wounded man, Yu Xinyan came to report. Should I not? Yamushi asked in reply. Pretty much all of his meridians are broken. Many of his bones are fragmented as well. It's true that he has retained some of his inner chi, yeah. But even if we can save his life, there is little hope that he would be able to gain his martial arts back. Besides, the back of his head is also cracked from the fall. He may even wake up as an idiot. Mm. Yamushi smiled faintly, although the smile had no warmth to it, and said, Chifunga's disciple, the sect leader of Mount Xuandu, the commander of all the orthodox sects. He was once bathed in the highest glory, yet with only one defeat. He ended up being worse than useless. Even if he could return to Mount Xuandu, he can never be the sect leader again. Once he wakes up and knows the situation he's in, I wonder what his feelings will be. Ah, no, no, don't auto scroll. Okay, there we go. Wait, what are we using watermelons? Uh, what was this author in her injury heroes? Yeah, right. Wait, is someone else injured in one of her other stories? Oh my gosh, the VAs, yeah, yeah. So if you guys have heard of the behind the scenes um videos for the video drama, Xiaolei, the voice actor for Xinjiang, he was breathing so hard during during the recording that his eyes actually blacked out. Like he was so short of breath that he actually couldn't see anything. I was like, wow, that's dedication. So apparently doing heavy breathing is very exhausting compared to regular voice acting. Oh my god. Okay. Wait. Have I read Yushingen yet? Oh wait, I don't think I have actually. What about What about Honor? Hold on. Shuffle One, I don't know because I haven't read that novel yet. But one of the MCs being hurt. Oh, the nails. Yeah. Yes. Okay, Eugenian's side. That's true. Even an ordinary person would not be able to accept a fall like this. Not to mention someone like Xinqiao, who has always been favored by the heavens. The higher one stands, the harder they fall. Yes, they do. Especially with Xinqiao in this case. Poor guy. Oh my gosh, my voice. He then doubted, but after all, since Shichao was a disciple of Chifengge and the leader of Mount Xuandu, who also ranked in the top 10, his martial skills must have been outstanding. Even if Queen Ye was able to defeat him, how could he defeat him in such a crushing way? Could it be that Queen Ye's martial skills are even better than Hulagu's from the past? Yan Wushi smiled once again and replied, As for this question, if Xinqiang does not wake up as an idiot, then you can ask him. Mm. Oh yeah, that's right. The person who's translating the audio drama is very busy. Like, I think um, she or he had a new job. So he's very busy, so he's not able to translate any more audio dramas at this point. And translation is hard work, and I never realized until I was doing like 1 minute translations, and those took like hours to do. Well, translation itself doesn't take long, but it's a combination of translating, editing, and also subbing at the same time. So my um, snippets on Twitter always take me like hours to do, just because it's such a slow process. And also um Chenchu, this novel is one of the more denser novels, I think. Um, I think that's the correct term to use. So the writing is pretty dense. So even though I can also understand some Chinese, but I also need translations to basically to be sure that I'm understanding um, it correctly, because this is one of the harder novels to actually to read raw. Oh gosh, my voice. Okay. Um. Okay, here we go. Eugenia had a feel. Eugenia had a feeling that ever since they picked up Xinqiao, his master seemed to be in such a good mood that even the number of times he smiled had increased compared to before. Why the heck is Yamcha smiling and picking up Xinqiao? Start with hard is everything else is easy after. Well, true. Actually, no. Speaking of hard, I think Changing Joy is probably one of the harder ones, because I tried to listen to the audio drama and I couldn't understand anything. So I was like, it's heavy politics, right? What it's about, I have no idea. All I know is that Changing Joy is very heavy on politics. Um, Eugene. Oh wait, hold on. I read that already. But this was definitely not enough to give him the wrong impression that his master had a soft spot for Shinchao, someone he had just met for the first time without even seeing his face clearly. Mm-hmm. And somehow Yoshi is smiling without even knowing what he looks like. He's a sadist, yes. He's, yeah, Yoshi is a sadist. Mhm. He asked tentatively, "Did Master decide to save Shinchao in order to make Shendu indebted to us?" Yamashita explained with quite some gusto. If he died upon his defeat, it could be seen as a good way to end his future troubles. But what if he wakes up and finds out that not only his that not hold on. But what if he wakes up and finds out that not only is he still alive, but he has also lost everything he once owned? With his body seriously injured, all his meridians broken, and his martial arts completely gone, how will he feel? The more power and authority he once held, the harder it will be to accept a blow like this. His mentality will definitely break down. If I then take him as my disciple, gradually turning this once hypocritical, kind-hearted sect leader of Mount Shandu into a disciple of the demonic sect, as someone who knows no moral baseless in the eyes of the public, would be quite interesting. Oh my god, here, this is the start of the game. We should try to corrupt Shinjo. Hypocritical. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, Shinjo would never be a hypocrite. Yoshiki stood aghast as he listened. What if he becomes an idiot? Wow, I'm struggling with that word. Yamushi replied Yamushi replied as if the matter had little importance. Then just bury him alive wherever you like. Wow. Yamushi, I know you are a villain. You just don't bury someone alive just because they've become an idiot. We have cookies and titties. Well, Only in the in the where you shed cookies and titties. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Stop scrolling. Stop auto scrolling. Um, Eugene hesitated. Master Shincho's salary was quite special. Why don't we trade him with Montrendu for a favor? For their reputation's sake, at least. They would not leave the sect leader stranded outside, right? What did you? You should sneer friendly. Okay, please don't auto scroll. If the person who was here today was Bianyame, sorry, my voice is breaking. Sorry. If the person who was here today was Bianyame, his eldest disciple, he certainly would not have asked a question as naive and laughable as this. Yushinian was still too green. Yes, I mean he's barely 20, so give the guy a break. But his mood was rather good today, so he did not stand to explain further. You know as well that as Shinchao, you know as well that Shinchao stands among the top 10 martial artists of today. Even if he draws in deep seclusion so that only few people would even if he draws in deep seclusion so that only few people have actually seen his skills, since he was able to take over the mantle of Chief Ge, how bad could he possibly be? After all, Queen Ye is not Hulugu, who has reached the realm of Shantian expert. Even if Xinjiang has lost to, even if Xinjiang has lost to Queen Ye, it still shouldn't have been a problem for him to retreat safely. Why did he end up like this instead? Oh hey! Welcome everyone. Yuxinyan was not that dumb indeed. Upon hearing it, he immediately followed up. Something unforeseen, something unforeseen must have happened. If it's something internal to Mount Xuandu, then even if we hand over Xinchao to them, they might not accept him. At that time, it is very likely that not only will we not get a favor from them, but we may even bring unnecessary troubles to ourselves. Treat it like a Pokemon card. uh, yes. Well, wait, hold on. Ooh, speaking of Pokemon cards, it's Yoshi like collecting disciples now. Oh no no! Oh wait, hold on. Or do you mean trading as in trading a rare card? And I really wish you would not auto scroll so I don't know where I am. Here. Oh, here we go. At least he's complete now. At least he is not completely hopeless. Thinking that Yamushi looked askance at askance at his disciple. As long as I'm here, the Clinton Moon sect need not consider anyone else's opinion, and there will never be a need to trade for any kind of favor. Ah, that's a good that's a good advice because I don't know why my mouse auto scrolls. It's kind of annoying sometimes. It was true that Shinchao's status was quite special, but for Yan Wushi, he was no different from a somewhat rare plaything. What he said sounded extremely overbearing, but the Yan Wushi today was truly qualified enough to say something like this. I mean, to be fair, has Yan Wushi ever been not overbearing? Wait, which prediction are we talking about? The plaything part? 10 years ago, although he was defeated and injured in his fight with oh my gosh, this is his name, Cui Yun. Okay, you know what? I will try to I will figure out how to say his name next time. So for now, it's Tai Yun Wang. I think the master of the demonic sect. His opponent did not leave safe and sound either. Moreover, at that time, Cai Yunwan's martial power was already unfathomable to the point that it was keeping up with that of Qifengge, with hardly any match for him in the entire world. 10 years later, uh, Cai, Cai Yuan and Qifengge were both dead. Yet Yan Wushi, after seeing the truth of the stage of the fundamental records of Phoenix Qilin, had scaled new heights. Even though his progress in martial power was yet to be tested, it would definitely not be any lower than that of 10 years ago. Nowadays, only very few people knew that he had reappeared in the apocalyptic world. Otherwise, it would have caused a greater stir. That is the problem. Oh, that's the problems part. Yeah, true. Jianghu, yeah, you know what? I think I'll just use the word Jianghu from now on because it's just so much easier to say for me. Perhaps the rankings of the top 10 would need an update as well. Yes, it does. Oh yeah, speaking of the top 10 list, where did Xinjiao rank? Like, did they ever mention like what where he was in the top 10? Oh yeah, the AD. Yeah, I definitely need to find the episode where his name was mentioned in AD. Thinking to this point, Yuxinyan felt a rush of blood in his heart and became a bit excited. While you were in meditation, the Harmony sect has been causing us troubles almost every day. Oh my gosh. I think I spent too much time on the server that I'm reading the Harmony sect as a horny sect. Oh my gosh, my brain. Anyways, I fought hand to hand with Sun Jinxin once and was injured, having to leave for somewhere far away, which was the reason for my many years of loitering outside. Fortunately, you are finally back. Oh wait, Yuxinyan fought Sun Jinxin as well. I totally forgot about it. What do you say? Yeah. My brain is it's going places. The term demonic sect that the others used was in fact only a general name. And here's we have more info dump. Initially, the demonic sect referred to the Sun Moon sect located at Mount Sun Sun Moon. Wow, I can't say the word sun. Phoenix Chilean Isle. I actually didn't know that Phoenix Chilean is also a name. Later, the Sun sect split into three smaller ones: the Cleansing Moon sect, the Harmony sect, and the Mirror of Arts sect. Mirror of Arts. That's uh, oh my gosh, what's his name? Oh, okay, no, you won't know mine. Evil Gate. Oh my gosh, I can't believe that they translate sect as game in Doha. That's no, I can't deal with evil game. Even though the three of them all belong to the demonic sect, they remain friendly only in appearance. While in fact they had never stopped fighting with each other, both openly and secretly. So yeah, this is a very common trope I hear from wuxia. Like in wuxia, the main focus in Wuxia are the different sects, and they're always fighting with each other, which is sort of my understanding of how Wuxia works. Guangling sect, yeah. Thank you, thank you so much. Yeah, Guangling sect is the name, and thinking of. After Wuxi entered closed door meditation 10 years ago, seeing that the cleansing moon sect was now without a leader, the Harmony sect had intended to merge the cleansing moon sect into itself. However, the disciples of the cleansing moon sect were not only few in number but also scattered, making it hard for Harmony sect to take care of every place at the same time. The eldest disciple, Bian Yanmei, had always had ways to handle matters while staying low key, thus secretly creating a considerable amount of troubles for people of the Harmony sect as well. And this actually answered my question from earlier. So there are definitely more than two disciples in Yan Wushi's sect. I think we only hear about the two. With their efforts canceling out on each other, the Harmony sect did not gain much advantage in reality. Um, wait, anime subbing was about 15 years ago? I see, you mean like the first anime subbing? Oh, for kids. Oh my god, it's about the for kids era, yes. Uh-huh. I'm shivering too. Oh god. Okay, I know that sounds are horrible, but to be fair, for kids made anime popular though. If if it weren't for them, a lot of people would not even get into anime. So yes, their subs are horrible, but eh, but they still get credit for introducing so many people to anime. I mean, so many people became anime fans because of them. Oh my gosh, Tencent especially about the translations. For such a big country and Tencent having so much money, why couldn't they find a decent translator? Even Youku did. Youku with the Word of Honor was so much better than anything that Tencent has done so far. They have so much money, like I think they're the biggest online platform. So yeah, how the heck can like how are they not able to find a good translator? So Tencent is like the for kids of honestly. Well, okay, you know what? No, Billy's transitions also need um cleanup. Okay. Well, to be fair, Doomfall is it's like it's Doomfall is still pretty brand new at this point. So hopefully in the next couple of years when it's more popular, I'm hoping that these platforms like Tencent, Bilibili can hire decent translators and actually be able to provide better translations. Because I think one of the reasons why people are like avoiding Donghua, for one thing, some people just don't like the language, they don't like how it sounds, and also the translation is just really bad. Like I just can't. I can't defend the translation quality currently. So yeah, so Tencent and Bilibili are pretty much going through what 4Kids were doing back then. So I'm really hoping that in the next couple of years, when more shows are getting released on Netflix, and hoping they I'm also hoping them to bring more shows onto YouTube. That the quality will definitely improve. Oh yeah, yeah. Bilibili is Bilibili. Okay, I'm so grateful that Bilibili is actually contacting fan translators for the manhwa. So it's a slow process, but I'm glad Bilibili is doing that, and they're finally trying to release everything to the West. And and yeah, Bilibili is doing in the right way. They're going towards the right direction. Netflix is bad. The translation, you mean? Uh, Wait, what? What about the anime subs? Oh, the anime subs, yeah. But bosom? Wait, hold on. Okay, I know I'm sort of going off on a tangent, but the bosom friends part, was that legit in the Netflix translation? Because I remember seeing that was for Untamed, right? That they translate as bosom friends. Okay, anyways, I should probably continue reading the novel. Okay, oh no, 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 don't. Mouse. I forgot to highlight again. Damn it! Where was I? Okay, right here. With their efforts cancelling out on each other, the Harmony side did not gain much advantage in reality. It was only Yushin, since he had entered the sect the most recently and was still young in age, that had suffered quite a few losses. Oh, Word of Honor? Wait, bosom friends. Is that how they translate? So I mean, so my so much closest probably to what the actual word meant. But yeah, bosom friends. Oh gosh, Netflix and their translations. But yeah, their anime translation was also pretty bad. It was only Yu Xinyan since. Oh wait, I remember that. Now that Yang Shi was out, the people of the Clean Moon sect, much like lost children who had finally found their mother, naturally flew into raptures. Oh my god. Okay. I know it's really not that funny, but it's so. I just can't imagine Yang Shi being described as a mother. Or a father for that matter, because he's. I just can't imagine Yang Shi being a parent at all. Yeah, because yeah, because didn't Kua in one of his reaction videos said that if Yoshi had a child, like he would throw his child at the wall just to see if his child is worthy of him. So it was so funny reading this sentence how he's described as a mother. Baby chicks, baby chicks of the peacock one. Well, wait, is Yoshi a peacock though? Well, you know what? Dunhua wise, he's a Dunhua, yeah. If Shi is a peacock with his chest out like that, yeah, he's definitely a peacock. Okay, Shi said ordinary servants would not be able to handle the wounds of Xinjiang. You stay here and take care of him for a few days until he wakes up. Then return to the foot of Half Step Peak and make sure to fully grasp the fifth stage of fundamental records of Phoenix healing. Eugene complied respectfully. As you command. Hold on, catching up on the chat. Yes, he's difficult. They did a really good job with the designs. I mean, the Dohwa in general did a really good job with all the character designs, honestly. Shincheo's injuries were very serious, but most of the wounds on his face were mere scratches created during his fall. After all the blood was cleaned, his true appearance was revealed. Even with the wounds on his face and a strip of gauze, s- strip, sorry, of gauze circling his head, his handsomeness was in no way damaged. Whether it be his arched nose bridge, or the lips that were tightly pressed together, all his features gave him a rather abstinent flavor. Well, I can't speak. I can't read words. Fully in keeping with the impressions people had of the Taoist priest of Mount Xuandu, oblivious to the fields of the human world. Yeah, true. Mount Xuandu was the um. Oh gosh, what's the term I'm thinking of? Um, what? Yeah, gosh, what's the word I'm thinking of? Mount Xuandu is closed off from the rest of the world. Yeah. So yeah, Xinqiang is just a very sheltered person. He just doesn't. Never mind. I was going to say something completely wrong because I was going to say that Xinqiang doesn't understand the field of humanity, but that's actually not true because when you actually see what he does sometimes, he actually understands evil. He's very pure, but he's not dumb. Like he's not completely blind to the field. Um, he's not completely blind to all the field in humanity. Secluded, yes, secluded is probably a better word. Thank you. Wait, moonberry pancakes? Are you pancakes? Wait, yeah, are you pancake from the server? It was not hard to imagine what kind of grace this pair of eyes would bring to his current splendor when they opened. Yuxinyan was definitely not ugly, since he had been taken as a disciple by Yan Wushi. He had traveled all over the world and had seen rather a lot of outstanding beauties himself. But even though this face of Xinqiang was in front of him was covered in wounds, he still spaced out quite a while before he could pick up the ointment and apply it while sympathizing with him inside. Yeah, Yan Wushi doesn't collect um Yoshi doesn't collect ugly people. Please. Alright. Oh no? Okay. Okay. Even though fractured bones could be set and broken, meridians could be reconnected. The, this, this, the seriously wounded internal organs were not that easy to repair. Moreover, his level of cultivation had been greatly reduced, and he would probably remain weaker than even ordinary people for the remainder of his life. Just imagining the loss of all, just imagining the loss of all of his martial arts that he had gained through many years of hard work over a single night. Yoshiki found it hard to picture and even more so to accept. Putting himself in other shoes, the conflict that Xinqiao was experiencing could only be greater than what he had imagined. What a pity, Yushien said to himself, staring at Xinqiao's pale complexion. Oh yeah, what was Pet Rabbit? Hey! Is there a thought in Discord? Yes, it's actually called Ye Yeshin Nation. Um, it's it's definitely a nice server. We are having so much fun on the Discord server. Everyone's like, we're always okay. Yeah, the 18 plus channel is so much fun. I also have a really hard time catching up to everything. Alright. The reason that Yaoshi decided to reach out to save him was merely a sudden impulse. After the saved one was brought back, everything became Yushiyan's responsibility, and Yaoshi had never asked about it again. Funin district was a rather small district. Normally, only a few travelers would stop by, but because the fight on Half Step Peak has caused such a sensation in the Jianghu, and this is the only time that I would say Jianghu and not what the translation is, because I just have a hard time saying it. Oh, hey, Cherry. Oh, you're Cherry. Hey. Yeah, me too. I have two different names as well. Actually, I can actually provide the name of the Discord. Can you post Discord? Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Go right ahead. And this is the name of the other Discord channel. And if anyone has the link to it, feel, feel free to also post the link to the other Discord. Okay. Uh, Eugene was able to hear plenty of news during his occasional trips outside. For example, the fight between Xinqiao and Queen Ye was splendid. But after all, Xinqiao was not Qifengge, and his level was still very distant from that of his master. On the other hand, even though Queen Ye was not as good as his master Hula Guyet, he had a rather amazing talents. Hence, not only was the Taoist Reverend Shen unable to compete against Queen Ye, he even fell down the cliff due to Queen Ye's attacks, with his remains nowhere to be found. Yes, and we know where his remains went to. Yes, his quote unquote remains are in the Huayu sect. Prior to it, a lot of people were filled with righteous indignation. After hearing Queen, Queen Lama sending the letter of challenge to Shin Qiao, eager to give it a try and wishing to deflate the Tujue people's arrogance. However, after the fight, seeing that even the sect leader of Mount Shendu had suffered such an overwhelming loss, all of those who had once offered to stand up for Shinqiao now yielded spontaneously and dared not brush against Queen Ye's spear anymore. Yeah, this is pretty much how Jianghu works. The more powerful you are, the more influential you are. So if you're able to defeat a powerful opponent, your your what's that? Oh gosh, words. I'm so bad with words this morning. Um, so if you are able to defeat a powerful opponent, your name will be spread out throughout Jianghu. So yeah, so this is why this is a pretty common theme in wuxia. Hydrate. Yeah, I next time I'm definitely going to need I definitely need water next time. La, la, la. After this battle, Queen's reputation was greatly boosted as he. Oh, hey, this is what I was talking about earlier too. So after this battle, Queen's reputation was greatly boosted as he had replaced Shin Qiao in the rankings of the top 10. It was said that during his trip in the Central Plains this time, he would challenge the masters of the Central Plains in order, and it was very likely that his next target would be the Zen master Xuetin of Zhou. And also, I also have a quick question about Xin Qiao becoming the sect leader. So from my understanding, he didn't earn the position. It was given to him by Chief Ge, I think. So I think is that the reason why there's like, well, I don't want to use the word discourse because I don't really know if there is a discourse within uh Shendu, but didn't people look down on Xinqiao because he didn't actually learn or earn his position? Oh yeah, guys, do oh yeah, we're always gonna. Hey, well, I'm. I will always spread the Yashin agenda, and that's. I mean, honestly, that's the reason why I haven't posted anything else on my Twitter from any other fandoms because I'm still spreading. As long as this fandom remains small, I will keep on spreading the agenda. Okay. Since the Jin, who are they again? Since the Jin people's migration to the south and the uprising of the five barbarians, there had not been a grand unification of the land. These days, in the north, there were Zhou, Qi, and in the south, there was Chen dynasty with Tujue and Tu Tuyuhun on the side. Another word I can't say. Each occupying a vast expanse of land around the border area. Sects and families each served their own master, and Confucianism, Buddhism, and Taoism all had their factions set up separately, making a clear distinction between each school. Hold on, I want to read the chat a little bit. Can you have this ceremony thing? Ah, okay, I see. As the head of all Dao sects, Mount Shunju had held fast to its neutral position since Qifengge, staying away from all power struggles. Now, since Xinqiao had been defeated by Queen Ye and his life was still uncertain, no one knew who would succeed him as the second leader of Mount Shendu, or whether the successor would continue the standpoints of his predecessors. The main character in the center of the vortex, Shinqiao, however, was still lying in bed. Yu Xinyan and the servants in the spare mansion would come every day to change dresses and apply medicine, without consciousness or sense. Feeling neither grief nor joy, he was totally unaware of what was happening in the outside world. And how did they feed him back then? Because I don't think feeding tubes were invented yet. So how was it feeding Shinjiao while he was being unconscious? I mean, I don't think they were doing the lip cup thing that Yoshi was doing. I'm sure I'm just overthinking, but yeah, how the heck were they feeding Shinjiao? I got yes, yes. You guys like, you know what? I got this, guys. Don't worry. I got Shendu taken care of. It was not until half a month later that he finally made his first movement. Oh, half a month, never mind. I thought Shincho was like I thought he was unconscious for 2 months or so. So never mind. Okay, but still, half a month is still 2 weeks. How was he eating for 2 weeks? 无效 magic, yeah. 无效 magic for sure. Oh yeah, yeah. Speaking of which, Xianxia, I think there's a technique where you can survive, like you can survive for some time without eating. I forgot what it's called, but it's in um wow what is it called again? model. There we go. It was in model, and I forgot the term for it, but yeah, there's a technique in Xinjiang where you can survive by not eating food. But for 2 weeks, though. Anyway, we share logic. Yuxinyan, who was brought by the servants in haste, was watching Xinqiao gradually opening his eyes. You're seriously injured. The broken bones have not recovered, so you'd better not move. The other frowned slightly. His lips touched once in an attempt to move them, as if he wanted to say something, but then it was replaced by a vacant look that had appeared on his face. Oh, okay. In in India, yeah, I think that's the word I was thinking of. But would it work for 2 weeks though? Don't tell me he really became an oh my gosh, eyes. Don't tell me he would became an idiot from the fall. Eugenia saw Eugenia thought as he asked, "Do you still remember your name?" He slowly blinked once, then gradually shook his head. The arc he made was too small to even notice. Amnesia? Actually, it would be normal since his head had experienced such a serious trauma. Eugenia still remembered that on the day Xinqiao was brought back, the opening on the back of his head was so deep and long that he could almost see the white skull beneath it. Ouch! I forgot this part. Oh gosh, ouch! That sounds painful. Basically, both Xinqiao and Yaoshi had their skulls cracked at some point. Oh boy. This brother, this brother speaking seemed to be a very strange. Oh wait, hold on. That's Xinqiao speaking. This brother speaking seemed to be a very strenuous task for him. Yuxinyan had to move himself closer in order to hear him clearly. As I can only find darkness around here, perhaps I have lost the ability to see. Yuxinyan was shocked, so he did not become an idiot but a blind man instead. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. In India, is definitely something that it's achieved by certain cultivators, so not everyone's able to do it. These people, okay, yeah, I mean, seriously, is Xinjiao surviving the fall? Like, he would be dead in real life. Alright, okay, so I'm going to stop at 2 chapters because my voice is cracking, so I don't think I can read anymore. So I'll definitely keep the stream short. Like, I will probably do more streams, but shorter ones. So I will do like 1 chapter per stream, and I will try to find a time that works um, for most people because I know that time zones can be really weird. And also, then thank you to everyone that showed up and also stayed through everything and having to hear me talk for almost 2 hours. I have no idea how I'm doing because this is my first stream, so I'm definitely very nervous, and that's definitely very apparent. So thank you so much for everyone that has stayed. Oh yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to try. Definitely going to try to do this as often as I can, because like I said at the beginning, the only way for me to finish this novel would be doing a read through, and I should be motivated to read. And I will try to figure out how to use the software for next time, so I can actually have a background music playing and without the voice echo, because some people have mentioned that there's a echo. So GMT plus 8. Ah, okay. And also on weekends I might also revise my time because I wasn't sure how long my reading will go for today, so I started a little bit earlier than I'm used to. So hopefully I can adjust my time for the next stream. 11. Oh, so you are 12 hours ahead of me actually. And I mean 10 a.m. Wait, 10 a.m. Hey, you are the same time zone as me. Hey, that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I will probably post on Twitter, and if you guys know me from the server the Discord servers, I will probably also mention something about my upcoming schedule. Okay, so time zone wise, it looks like most people are either like around my time and or 12 hours ahead. Yeah, 11:54. So yeah, you're about 12 hours ahead of me. I mean, oh, actually no, 13 hours ahead. Yeah, the Asian time zones are about like 12 to 13 hours ahead. Hell from the past. So yeah, so I will definitely post more updates on my Twitter and also on Discord. Hey UK, yay! Oh yeah, so for people from Europe, it is a good time because European time zones are a little bit harder for me to schedule the to for me to schedule my stream. So on weekdays I can start at night. So on weekdays I will probably start around 9 or 10 p.m. Central Time. Can I post about your read through animation? Yeah, sure. Um, so yeah, so I think my general schedule, my upcoming schedule will be on weekdays. I will start around 9 to 10 p.m. Central Time, and on Saturday and Sundays, I think this time works. I mean, I know Crew's doing this reaction videos, so I will try to space mine out because I don't want to miss those either. So I will try to schedule my read through uh, around his reaction one. So I probably start around 9 or 10 o'clock on weekends. But yeah, okay. Again, thank you everyone for coming and also for staying. Hopefully I will improve next time with my read throughs, and I will try to do a little bit more voice acting. I'm not a voice actor, or I don't actually I can't act to save my life. So it's gonna be interesting when I get when I start to do more voice acting. Because for now it just sounds like it sounds so monotonous, like I'm reading everything in the same tone. So hopefully in the future I'll be able to voice act just a little bit. So this so it's like Shinchao's sentence. I really should try a softer approach. Let's see, what should I do? Um, this brother. No, no, no. That doesn't sound natural at all. I don't know how Xiaolei does it, but he was so good. I mean, he's so good at Xinqiao. He's so good to the point where every single time I hear him in other audio dramas, my brain just naturally goes to Xinqiao. Like in 天涯客 audio drama, like even though he uses a different tone, like he will always be Xinqiao to me. Okay, all right. So again, thank you, and I'm going to end this stream. Um, right about now. So thank you everyone, and have a great Sunday. Or if you're in Asian time zone, have a great Monday too. Okay, and I will see everyone next time. Okay, bye.